We just got our blood work done.
Yeah, we did.
And our doctors asked us, what are we doing to have such great blood work?
Yeah. And you know what we told them?
ProCare!
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we told them like, yeah, we take ProCare every day because they have a multivitamin that you can just take one a day.
Yes, exactly. They have a capsule and a chewable form. And not only do they have vitamins, but they also have calcium chews.
Oh my God, they're so good.
They're so delicious. It's like our own little sweet treat for the end of the night.
It really is because they have the dark chocolate and they have the cinnamon roll.
Yes, and I love the salted caramel and the dinner mint.
Alrighty, we'll go to procarenow.com
and use code OSLP at checkout to save some money. You guys ask us all the time, what is our favorite protein powder?
Yeah, literally, we see this question every day.
And the answer is always
Devotion! Yeah. Oh my goodness. I even use it this morning to make my own sweet treat for nighttime because it's just a brownie batter pudding. And you literally just use 1 scoop and then milk or water.
And then I use it every morning in my coffee. It's so delicious. Oh my God. I want one right now thinking of it.
Seriously, it's 20 grams of protein. So go get yours now at devotionnutrition.com.
And use code OSLP to save some money.
You don't look fucking bald. You look beautiful.
I know. Oh, I think I found it.
What did you find?
The perfect frame.
Yay! That's exciting. You're so cute.
I know. Kelly, bring your ass on. We gotta
go.
Yeah, we gotta get this shit on the road.
I don't have long arms, so eventually we'll do another shot.
A panoramic.
Okay, let me get my headphones on.
I have a Hydrate Spark.
Good.
You do?
I love it. Yeah.
Did you get the smaller one?
No, I got the 32 ounce, but mine's is that a Bluetooth one?
That's the Bluetooth.
Okay, no, I have the tap.
The tap. What do you think of the tap?
It's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool.
This is my favorite bottle ever. Her name's Karen.
Why is her name Karen?
Because she yells at me to drink water.
Yeah, I definitely like the reminder feature on there and that you can just kind of like log the drinks in there. But does the Bluetooth one, does it measure how much is in there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It does? Like it knows how much of it you drank?
Yeah.
See, that's what I need.
So that's how much I've drank. So it measures how much it's in it, and then it calculates.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I probably need to upgrade to that one.
They're spendy, but
No,
damn, are they
yeah.
worth it.
Yeah.
I never thought, like when we got these, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. Another water bottle. Mel thought the same thing. And we're like, after we used it, we're like, stupid how much we love these things.
Yeah.
Stupid.
So we're going to have one show. So it'll just be Austin. That's going to, like, her episode comes out the week before we go to Austin.
And San Diego.
And San Diego. So those are the two we have to promote.
I figured Vegas.
And then we'll go. So we'll just do Vegas and just do our Patreon, and I'll do YouTube at the end. We'll just get right into it. Because we have exactly an hour that we have to leave.
In exactly an hour.
Exactly an hour. We got this.
So
we got this.
I got the timer going.
All right. Count us down.
Welcome back, OSLP family! Welcome.
You are listening to Our Sleeve Life podcast, and this is Kelly.
This is Mel.
And we have a few things that we need to talk about first,
That's right.
how you haven't bought a ticket to our show in Austin, Texas.
Now, what the hell?
I mean, seriously, it's going to be amazing. It is being put on by Berry Diaries, which is another bariatric podcast.
Right. And it's only $35.
$35 to come and meet us.
That's right.
And meet all the other bariatric people.
Watch a show.
Have
a
some
date
drinks.
night, man. Come out.
Yeah. Like bring your girlfriends, bring your husband, your significant other, whatever you want to do. Come by yourself. Just come out.
Like be there.
Yeah.
Be there.
And then we have another show.
We do.
It is in San Diego.
Yes, in San Diego.
So
Sunny
excited.
San Diego.
So excited to be back in San Diego.
Yes. And that's going to be at the end of April. So April 30th is going to be San Diego. Austin is March 26th.
Yes.
Same place, berrydiaries.com. Click on the little, the dates. And
I'm already planning my outfits. So,
yeah.
I mean, you guys should be purchasing tickets.
That's right.
I'm just saying.
Come on, man.
If you're based in those two areas, even if you're not, just buy a ticket now.
That's right.
Just
yeah, because those
Kelly
get
says
entered.
It's fine.
If you buy a ticket virtually or in person, you get entered into winning either a bariatric surgery
or plastic surgery. And it is like the ultimate plastic surgery.
Yeah. It's a royal body lift.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like all of the parts.
I'm so excited
mean,
for whoever wins that.
I know.
It's gonna be so much fun.
I as speakers, I think I should be just put into
like,
that.
I just want to be put in the hat.
Just put me in the hat. I don't win anything, but just put me in the hat. I'd feel better that way.
I love it. And if you want to watch this, they can do two things. You go over to patreon.com/OSLP because they get all of our videos early. You get to hang out with our benchies, our support group.
The world's best support group. I'm telling you.
We have almost 90 people in there. We hang out, we talk all day, give tips and tricks. And like, I shot a gun for the first time and they all knew first.
That is true.
Yep.
That is true.
Yep.
Yes, we talk to them. We give advice. We even tell people to go to their surgeon because I did that this morning.
Yep.
It's a really nice low key spot where you can just share your thoughts, your feelings. You can, if you're frustrated with something, put it in there. People are always in there, and we have helpful. A lovely admin, Tanya, and she's fantastic at what she does. So
thank you, Tanya.
Yes,
yeah, and I'm just gonna do it now. Go over to YouTube, hit the little like bell, and hit subscribe. It's on your freaking phones in the Google little app area. I'll tell you where to go.
Yes, it's already preloaded on your phone.
Seriously, just type in Arsley Life Podcast, and our stuff pops up immediately.
Yep.
And we have seasons 2 through 5 right now that are available. For you to watch.
We do not have a season 1 on video.
No,
just so you all are aware of that.
We didn't realize that we should.
Yeah, we didn't. We were new.
Yeah,
give us a break. Jesus. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm so excited about this.
Yes. So this is the Bariatric Diary episode. And not only are we recording an episode with our beloved Cristine, she's in the fucking studio.
She's right next to
me. I'm in the studio, bitch.
Yes, I love
so
it.
Good.
Oh my God, we've been looking forward to this for so long.
I know. I'm so excited to be here. I absolutely love Oregon. It's so beautiful.
Okay, you can just move out here now.
You know what? No, you know what? I was considering it until I saw y'all's gas prices, and I was like, no. This is going to be a visiting town.
That's fine. We'll take visits. We'll take visits.
But I'll be back. I'll be back.
I know. I got gas yesterday. I was like, what the fuck happened overnight? I did not know. We're over $4.
Am I the only one that doesn't look at gas prices?
We're over
Girl,
4.
Must be nice.
Hell
no. I know whenever gas goes up, I will drive from one gas station to the next because one is $2.97 and one's $2.94. I'm like, I'm going around the corner.
Oh my God. I just go to the same one I always go to and I hand on my card. I don't even know how much it takes to fill my gas.
Okay, tell us that you're rich without telling us that you're rich.
Seriously. First world problems over here to our left, motherfucker.
It's one of those things. It's like buying milk. I don't look at the price of milk.
Shit,
I just put it in the cart.
If you look at the price of milk right now, you'll know it's going up.
And I have had no idea that it went up. So good to know.
That must be nice. Yeah, that must be nice.
Paying a little bit of attention to things, apparently.
I love it.
That is hilarious.
So how have you been these last 6 months?
Yeah.
I have been all over the freaking place.
Yeah.
I am a year and a month out.
A year. Can you believe it?
Yes. So I am currently 116 pounds down.
Yes. What the hell?
Yes. I went from 312 to currently I am 196.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So I'm in Wonderland.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe I want to lose another like 10 or 15 pounds, but I'm kind of happy where I am now.
Yeah.
Just dealing with all of the changes because I've been telling this to everybody this weekend because I've also been able to connect with some of my friends from Instagram who've also had bariatric surgery and are around the same time frame. Like one of the girls, we had surgery on the same day. So we're like,
who?
Yeah, my friend, her name's Hayden. It's haydendeshay.vsg.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, girl. I love her so much. We had surgery the same day at the same place. We didn't realize that we both were at Pompeii at the same time.
Oh my God.
We didn't know that we followed each other. And then we got back. And then I had posted this post for my mom, like thanking her and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then someone commented under and it was like, wait, is your mom the one who asked about when you can resume sexual activity? And I'm like, oh, fuck, yes, that was my mom.
That's mine.
So ever since, we've just been friends and we have each other's phone numbers and we kind of just orchestrated this trip just because one of my friends was like, hey, come visit. I just moved to Portland. And I'm like, okay, girl. But usually, some people are like, come see me, but there's like no plan. You never know. It could be years, like whatever. When I said, okay, girl, Sammy came through and was like, flights. This is itinerary. This is what we're doing.
Oh,
And she, unfortunately, she had to have gallbladder surgery.
Yeah,
Yes.
I saw Sammy VSG.
Yeah, she had to have gallbladder surgery, but she was like, y'all are still coming. Like, it's fine. So we just, our trip's been a lot more chill, but that's actually perfect for me because I haven't really been in the best headspace lately.
Okay.
So it was like, I was almost anxious to come and meet her in person because I'm like, I don't feel like my best self, but just being around her energy, I'm like, oh my God, you understand. And even Hayden, whenever she came in, we're staying in the same room. So at first I was like, oh my God, you're about to like lay in bed with a complete stranger that you've only met once. But
yeah, you are.
When I say we got in the bed and we talked for 4 hours,
Aww.
like, yeah, we talked for 4 hours, and eventually I had to be like, girl, we have to go to sleep. Like, we have to go to sleep. I'm in a different time zone. It's technically 6 a.m. where I'm from.
Shit.
Shoot. But it's just been amazing. So I'm so glad that I was able to come and be in the studio.
Good.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, it's been a mind fuck. 116 pounds.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Because I remember the last time we talked, you were upset about the realizing like how nice people are to us now that we're smaller.
Mm-hmm.
So are you still dealing with a lot of that stuff, or is it
Not-
more family, or what's going on?
Not really.
Okay.
I'm becoming adjusted to being in a smaller body. Like that's what I
Okay.
think my main thing has been now, because before, like, I've already acknowledged and have experienced and now have confirmed, okay, people treat you differently when you're smaller. But now
Right.
I've kind of gotten used to, the treatment. I'm becoming, myself and trying to become more comfortable. But one thing I will say is I find that it feels like you almost have to, the same way that you learn to love yourself as a bigger person and learn to deal with what you consider flaws, is the same thing that you're having to do as a smaller person. And that's been getting to me too, because it's like, I thought all of my problems were because I was obese. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
I was like, everything will be better once you lose the weight. And just to know that really in a lot of ways, the only thing that has changed is my waistline.
Yep.
It's like, no, bitch, you just got problems. Like,
Yeah.
it's not because you were fat. It's because you actually have to deal with depression. You have to actually deal with anxiety. I was one who thought that it was just going to go away, and it didn't. And now just having to redefine myself, learn to love myself, deal with new flaws. And that's one thing that I will tell to like people who are going to have this surgery. Like, you're going to find something else to pick at. Like, once it's not your weight, you're going to find the next thing, unless you really, really do start that journey of like true love and acceptance of yourself. You're just going to find something else that you don't like on yourself.
Yeah.
So just dealing with all of that. It's been a whirlwind.
It's hard to give yourself grace.
Shoot, sometimes I feel like I give myself too much grace.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm not nearly the bariatric patient I thought I was going to be whenever I had the surgery. Like, I was never going to eat bread. I was never going to do this. I was going to be super restrictive. But I met with a dietitian. Her name is, Melanin RDN. Yeah, Melanin RDN _ maybe. I did a live with her. And one thing that she had said was that she really wanted to break people away from diet culture.
Yes.
Like, really embrace like kind of moderation, like just having a healthy lifestyle, just making sure that you're incorporating certain things, not depriving yourself of anything.
Yeah.
Because if you do, you're just creating this super restrictive lifestyle that we've really had our whole lives. Because if anyone's an expert in dieting, it's anybody who's obese.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're an
100%.
expert. You've tried
all the
literally,
things.
you tried the Atkins diet, the keto diet, the intermittent fasting diet, green tea diet,
military diet,
fat camp, Jenny Craig, lean cuisine, all of it. Like, you do whatever it takes. And the thing is, diet culture just consumes our society so much that now, as I'm approaching maintenance mode, it's like, okay, I don't want to get super restrictive or feel like, okay, I regained, let me restart my liquid diet. Like, all that is bullshit. It's like, you know what you're supposed to be doing. Are you getting enough sleep? Is the food that you're consuming, is it vitamin dense? Like, is it dense in nutrition, or is it just bullshit?
Right.
You know that if you change certain things, like, everything will be better. But because we live in a society that's like, okay, I regained, I need to get on a 3-week diet to get me back to my goal or get me back on track. And it's like, no, you don't need to do something for the next 3 weeks. You need to find out what that lifestyle is going to look like forever. Like, what is it to where you don't have to have, like, my life, I would love to know what it's like with no highs and lows, which is why I've converted to like moderation.
Yeah.
Because I find myself, sometimes you're so restrictive, and then the minute that you're not restrictive, you go to the polar opposite end of the scale, and you're just doing whatever you want because you need to make up for everything that you missed.
Binging. Like,
and binging.
That's what I would do, is
100%.
I would restrict so bad that
and then have a killer binge.
And then you would eat, 5 bags of Valentine's candy.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous.
Yep.
I mean, I've never actually eaten that much candy, but
no judgment.
It feels like
No judgment
it
if you
feels
have,
like
man.
that.
You're
I
accepted
mean,
because-
it's really hard to get away from that diet culture, because I also think that we all just want the easiness of just being healthy and being thin.
Right.
That's the beginning of the journey, is that you just want to be, fit. You want to look like everybody else. And so it's like, okay, the military diet, that's easy. Okay, I got this. I can do this. Or the pills, those diet pills that are around.
But it's none
it's
of
not
it's
fixing
a
anything.
solution. It's not fixing anything.
No.
And it's like, why? I don't understand the world that we live in sometimes. I was like, why does everything have to be so easy?
That's so true.
It
and it's like,
shouldn't.
but we look for the easiest way to
on
get
everything.
somewhere, not necessarily the way to sustain
there.
or
Yes.
to get there
Yeah.
or to pace yourself in getting there. And sometimes it's better to pay. Like, sometimes I wish I could have paced myself throughout the weight loss, because you wouldn't have to deal like things with like rapid weight loss, loose skin, and
Yeah.
vitamin deficiencies,
Yep.
and all of that. Because I only have 20% of the stomach, now I'm finding like some days I just feel like shit, and I know it's because, okay, you're not getting enough water.
Yeah.
You're not getting enough protein. You drank last night and then didn't replenish yourself with water or vitamins or anything else. It's like the way that I'm feeling aligns completely with VSG, and I miss kind of it not having to be aligned with, does that make any sense?
I know it does.
It's like, when I wake up in the morning, I know it's like VSG related. Like, if I feel like shit, it's like, it's because I only have 20% of a stomach and I didn't do everything I needed to do to make sure I felt 100%.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you're not consistently taking your vitamins, which is why you feel like shit.
Yeah.
It's like, when I have the answers to the questions, it's just like, some days when I wake up, it's just like, it's not like a regret, but it's just like
Wish it was
like, I wish
the other side of it was easier. Because you didn't have to, you didn't think about those things.
You didn't have to think about those things.
you didn't have to think about protein, water, how much sleep you got, the vitamins, the exercise.
Yes.
You didn't have to think about, if I'm eating this cookie, is that conducive to what my plan is and where I want to be?
Mm-hmm.
Like, before, you just ate the goddamn cookie because it was there.
And sometimes you gotta
it.
just eat the goddamn cookie still.
100%.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, this week, so there's fucking Snickerdoodles cookies from Safeway. They're stupid good.
Yeah.
They're stupid
Yummy.
good. And I did tell Zach, I was like, you motherfucker, don't you dare buy it when we were
Don't
through
bring
in
these in the
Safeway.
house.
Yeah, don't do it.
And there was 2 left in the package, and I walked by it because, I'm back in the gym. I'm refocusing myself, and I walked by it and I was like, oh, I really wish I could have a cookie. And then my head snapped and I was like, why can't I have a cookie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to eat the damn cookie. I want the cookie, but I'm not going to eat 5.
The whole pack of cookies.
Yeah.
Right. But that's why you got to why your mindset now is like, I can have the cookie, but I can't have 5.
Exactly.
Prior to surgery, it was like,
I'm going to have 5.
You were all over the place because you weren't we weren't conscious of what we were doing.
Yeah.
So that's why we were able to, I wish I could do all these things. It's like, yeah, we did those things. And then we got really unhealthy, bigger people that were we couldn't move around, and we had some people have asthma problems. So it's just we could have that mindset again, but then we're going to be right back to square one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's like, it's good that we have the awareness, but it's also it's
hard.
frustrating.
That
It's
restrictive
mentally hard. Yeah.
I firmly believe that the restrictive mindset will lead you down, because eventually you're going to get tired of telling yourself no, and then you're never going to tell yourself no. It's like,
right.
By moderation, it doesn't mean, okay, every day needs to be BS, but it's like, sometimes just honor your thoughts, your cravings, your body, and do the stuff within reason, and you'll be fine. And, it's just like, for me, I know that I'm thinking lifelong. And I know that lifelong, I don't want to deprive myself of certain things.
No.
So I'm just learning how to do things differently, how to cook differently, how to honor my fullness cues, you know,
Okay.
if I'm full, I'm going to stop eating. Like, I don't have to finish the plate anymore. Sometimes at restaurants, I take leftovers. Sometimes I just don't. Sometimes I'm just like, no, it's okay.
Yeah.
Because I know it's going to sit in my fridge.
Yeah.
Unless I know I'm going to eat it later, I'm like, okay, an Eggs Benedict, if you don't finish it, you know, once you reheat the hollandaise sauce, it's not going to be the same.
No,
so
it's
just, you know, it's just like
it's like pasta.
Fine.
Pasta never reheats well.
Girl,
so
please.
it does not. Well, okay.
Maybe for you.
Apparently there's this trick of like you put a little butter in a pan and then you heat it up that way. So, but I'm like, I just want to microwave it. And so that's my thought of like, I don't need the pasta at home.
Yeah.
Like I have my 5 bites and I'm good and I feel good about it. And then I'm going to leave it there because the, you know, speaking on the moderation part of it and the restriction is I was so strict for a year and a half that I think when I had my trauma and I like just flipped, I was so restrictive that I just went to the complete opposite. And I was like, it doesn't matter. I can have whatever I want.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and then now I'm where I'm at.
Right.
And so getting rid of that mindset in the beginning of saying, no, you need whole foods. You need to eat healthy carbs. Like, but if you want a cookie, have a goddamn cookie.
Yeah.
Because you just don't want to go through life and be like, no, I can't have that. No, I can't have that. I can't do that. And then behind closed doors, you're binging every 5 seconds.
No, but we got to change the mindset of that I can have it is that I just don't have that. It needs to be, the mindset has to even flip even more. It needs to go to like how almost like, I remember how I talk about an allergy. It's like, no, I just don't have those things anymore. So if you start putting that mindset in your head, like there's certain foods that you just don't go towards. Like I don't care for cake, not going to have cake anymore. I'll have my cheesecake. But you know what I mean? Like I'm turning off certain foods. So it's like, let's just not even bother or worry about it because it's not the food that I actually want to have my pouch like have. Because I only want to have the food that I really, really like that tastes really, really good. So I'm not going to like waste it on all these random items. I'm just going to be like, I don't have that.
See, for me, I can't, that mindset doesn't work for me.
No.
Like I've tried that and that's what I use for the restrictive side of my journey and it did not work. It did not work.
Yeah. No,
for
everybody's
me, I
different.
have to find that balance of like, I can have it, but then we also need to be on point with everything else.
Yes.
But what is on point?
For me, it's making sure that I'm bringing in full foods, like, you know, having my protein, nutrients. I'm eating those greens. I'm exercising. I'm taking my vitamins. So I'm doing all of the things that equal a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
But also giving myself that grace by saying
every once in a while I can indulge in.
Yeah. Or like if I want to have, you know, go out to dinner with my boyfriend, I want pasta, I'm going to have pasta.
Yeah.
But I'm going to leave the rest of it there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like changing the habit of what it used to be.
It's like just flipping that thought a little bit of like, no, I can't ever have pasta. No, I can't ever have bread.
I think my addictive personality wants to treat it like a drug. So if I like, I have to say no to certain things no matter what. I just can't have it.
Yeah.
Just can't be in the house. It can't be near me.
Yeah.
So I can just like, that's where the no part comes in. Cause like, nope. But then there's a thing like I'm totally fine with, like, because I'm not gonna just go have a cheesecake whenever. It has to be for like a special thing for me. So like we go to Kudiderai, we go get it, we come home, we have it, and then it's done.
Exactly.
Like stuff like that.
But you also aren't gonna sit there and beat yourself up for having it because you made that active decision that if we're having it here, like we're getting it from here, we're bringing it home, we finish it, and we're done.
Yep, 100%. It has to have like a reason behind it. For me.
Yeah.
Well, and I think with people like are newly, like in their first year to 2 years, like this is where you make all those habits.
Yes.
So that way in year, like, because I'm almost at 7 for you to be still successful. So it's like, you have to switch the mindset of like, okay, how is this going to work for me long-term? Like you're doing.
No. Yeah. So I just have to reevaluate certain things. Like a piece of advice that one of my friends gave me is maybe like, because I miss my vitamins so often, they're like, find a time where you're doing absolutely nothing and you know that like every day on this day, even if it's like 7 p.m., who says that you have to wake up in the morning and take your vitamins? You know, nobody said that.
You
do not.
You know, she was like, you know, if 7:30, you know that usually at 7:30 you're not doing anything, you're sitting on the couch watching Netflix. That's when you take your vitamins. Because she was saying, you know, I was like, I'll pull out my vitamin container and literally set it in front of me during work. But between answering emails, like my alarm will go off and I'm like, okay, yeah, 1 second. And then I look up, it's like 2 hours later. So I think I am going to incorporate that. I'm satisfied in terms of like how I eat. Like I said, I'm a everything in moderation person, but I do find ways to be creative with the food that I am cooking. The stuff that I do prepare for myself, I do prepare it a certain way. But every now and again, I'm going to go out. Like, okay, for me, one thing is a big part of my relationship before surgery was food, And while I understand that it's a sacrifice that your partner has to make, that you're not going to be eating out and stuff all the time, it's like I also need to acknowledge the fact that that's something that my partner enjoys doing.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, like if you go out to a restaurant, just eat an appetizer. Like it doesn't have to be that big of a deal. And you can still sit there and spend time and be out and maybe have a drink and spend that time with your partner how they like to spend time too. Because I know that with the bariatric surgery, like in a way we have to become very selfish, and say, this is what I need. This is what I have to do for me. This is what I have to do for my goals. But when you're with someone, I think that we also have to like take a second and acknowledge the change that it is for our partner and that they have to completely overhaul their lives for us. So it's like, because I know Xavier likes to go out, I make room for us to go out to eat too. I go out and now I'm just a person 9 times out of 10, I'm probably going to leave the leftovers there. We have a rule. If the leftovers stay in the fridge for more than 2 days, Xavier has fair game. And I can't say anything about it. Yeah,
I like that. I like that.
So yeah, just making those adjustments, for relationships, I guess.
For reals. And you said that you're getting creative, like for cooking. Like, what's kind of like your favorite meal that you like to do that?
Oh, anything in an air fryer. Like, I love one pot meals, like Instapot me, air fryer me. But okay, so it's so much, but I'll tell you most recently, like the favorite thing that I made. So there's a soup at Olive Garden. It's called chicken gnocchi soup.
Oh, it's my favorite.
Oh, love chicken gnocchi.
So I went to Trader Joe's. I got some cauliflower gnocchi.
All right.
I got a rotisserie chicken and just kind of like cut everything down. The recipe calls for heavy cream. I did half and half and carb quick milk, or not carb quick milk. It's called carb balanced milk.
Okay.
Just to like creatively make the thing more healthier. So it only called for 1 cup of spinach. I doubled it up and put 2 cups, and I'm just like, do that, put the chicken in there, had the cauliflower gnocchi instead of the potato gnocchi, and it was the bomb. Like, it was the best. It probably can go neck and neck with Olive Garden.
Whoa, shit.
And the macros were like completely different based on just how I prepared it.
Oh, you have to send us that recipe.
I want to try it.
It was like, it was kind of like go with the flow type thing, because I know how to make it normally, but the way that I know how to make it is like with the heavy cream and stuff like that. So now one thing that I'll do is like, okay, if a recipe calls for a cup of heavy cream, I'll do half a cup of half and half and maybe like half a cup of chicken broth. Just kind of like thin it out a little bit. And then if I ever need anything to be like thicker, have that thick consistency, I'll just use like a little bit of cornstarch and water and then just use it to like thicken it up. But, just do things differently. Try to be creative whenever I'm cooking. If I have a taste for something, I'll put in XYZ the healthy way. So stuff like that. Low carb tortillas, I absolutely love. So I love putting together like flatbread pizzas and so I can fend for myself in the kitchen.
Yeah,
for sure.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
When you said something about loose skin, are you having any issues?
Yes. And yes. So, yes and yes. And
so that's a yes, right?
And I did think, I swore, like, I was like, I'm 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
So my loose skin is going to be minimal. Like, I'd really convinced myself. And it's like, even though we know that the vast majority of everyone who has this surgery is going to have loose skin, we are looking for the one girl who did not have loose skin. And we're like, no, that's going to be me. Like, forget the 95% I saw. I'm in the 5. So I really thought that I wasn't going to have to deal with loose skin. I have some on my arms. I have some on my stomach, like thighs. It's not that bad because, like I said, because I'm tall, it's a little different. And the loose skin on my stomach doesn't really bother me because, oddly enough, it's almost comforting because it's like the only piece of myself that makes me feel like a bigger person. Is that weird?
No.
Like when I look at my stomach, I'm just like, oh, this is the only thing that really connects me back to my old me. Like, my tummy's been with me.
Yeah.
But this is the one that fucks with me. The arms, I mean, not so much, whatever. But in the future, I probably might do something, about my arms. But my fucking boobs.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
my God.
yeah.
I am sick. I am
Yeah.
literally sick about it. Because before the surgery, I was a 46G.
Holy
right?
shit.
My boobs were fucking huge.
Yeah.
Huge. Currently today, I am a 36 double D.
Oh, that's a big
Wow.
A
difference.
36 double D. And the best way that I can describe it is it's like your boobs become like pudding in a Ziploc bag. No, literally, like putting in a
Just
Ziploc bag
pictured it.
because it's like the skin at the top is like you can, like when
Yeah,
you're
you can,
picking
like-
up a puppy by the
yeah.
back of the neck.
Oh, yeah, you
Yeah.
can pinch
You know,
and pull.
yeah, you know, like when you pick up a puppy by the back of its neck, like
yeah.
that's so, and it
And
really
it doesn't
messes-
hurt, right?
And
It's
it doesn't
weird.
hurt. It's
Yeah.
weird. The
Yep.
type of bras I wear is completely different. Like I find that, and in case anyone's wondering what kind of bras to do after VSG,
Yeah, good
one
call.
thing that I do is the soft cut bras. So like not the
Yeah.
ones that have like the push-ups or the
Uh-huh.
cups, but like just soft cut bras where you can fucking fold your tits and make them put them where they're supposed to be and
Yep.
let them
Oh my
stay
God.
and just let them stay there.
I love it.
But that is I think that has been the biggest mental thing for me. I've actually had like full-on breakdown
Mhm.
about my
kind
boobs.
of identity crisis type
yeah,
thing.
like
Yeah.
I had a full-on breakdown because and I know Xavier didn't mean anything by it or whatever, but you know, he would make comments like, "Oh, I just miss your old boobs." You know, "I just miss your old boobs." And it's because it's like we've been together 2 years,
Yeah.
and one of the 2 years I have just been on like a slope and of looking completely different.
Yeah.
So at one he made the comment one day, and I don't know if maybe I was about to start my period or something, but like I just burst out crying. Like I was in bed and I was like crying, and then I got inconsolable and I was like, "Let me go to the living room." Oh my God, like full on crying because it was like you think that becoming closer to the status quo, becoming skinnier, like that's going to fix everything because now you're
Mhm.
like everybody else in society, except you're not like everybody else in society because the skinny girls who don't have surgery, they don't have loose skin, they don't
Mhm.
have, you know, a reminder of a body that used to be, you
Yep.
know, that no longer is. They just have their selves. They have the flat stomach, you know, the breast or whatever, like, and it's
Mhm.
just like for me, knowing it just makes me question like even my attractiveness. Like I
Yeah.
don't feel as sexy.
Yep.
You know? And I know I look better, I feel better when I dress better and stuff like that. But when it comes to like feeling sexy, I felt sexier big because I could hide behind my boobs.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And
Well,
could
yeah.
fill out lingerie better because
Yep.
now it's like you put on lingerie, you got to fold your tits up inside the lingerie and tuck them and put on a second. Like it's a lot,
it's
you know?
it's work. It's
Like
a
I can't
work.
tell you the last time, and my mom always listens, but whatever.
We love you, Mom.
It's like
Yes.
I can't tell you the last time I took a nude because the way I feel about my boobs
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
You know, it's like I can't tell you. And I used to take them. You know, I had a nice collection of them.
Oh, wow.
You know, I had a nice collection of them.
We're learning
it's
all
like I
sorts
don't.
of stuff.
Yeah, it's like I don't feel as sexy about my
Yeah.
boobs. So if I had to do anything, I would probably get like a breast lift. But I don't even care about my stomach because it's like I've had to learn how to navigate with a tummy my
Yep.
whole life. I know how to make a tummy look flat in some jeans. I know
There you
how to
go.
throw a girdle over or something and
Mhm.
you know some compression shorts and
That's
you're
right.
fine and good to go.
Yeah.
But I think with my breast, because so much of my identity has always been
Yeah.
boobs, like to not feel like I don't have nice boobs, like to
Yeah.
feel like I don't have nice boobs anymore, really fucks with me. Like it really fucks with me.
I can really relate because that was the one body part I liked about myself.
Exactly.
Was my boobs. Was
And I didn't
only-
even like them that much. Like
Yeah.
I always wanted a breast reduction and lift. I always felt like, oh, they weren't as perky as they were supposed to
Right.
be and
Yep.
all that stuff. But they were full. They were nice. I liked them. And my boobs are okay now. Like they're okay. But it's just like when you can do certain things like lay down and one tit goes to the east and one goes to the west, you know, it's just like, oh my God.
Or when you hold them and then they're
Oh,
flat
yeah, and then
on
the
the top.
flat on the top.
Like I did that the other
Yo.
day and I was like, oh,
That is
that's
so like that
sad.
fucks with me because I'm just like it's something that I've always had,
Yep.
and then it's something that my partner really liked about me. Not saying
Yeah.
he got with me because my tits. I think it was because my great personality. I would hope,
I think
but
so.
you know,
I think so too.
That's something that he was attracted
Yeah.
to. So to know that like I don't even feel comfortable. I don't even want to have sex with the lights on because it's like I
Yep.
don't want to see my
Yeah.
skin, you know,
Moving
flapping
around.
around or
around.
like you're Oh God, I hope my mom doesn't listen. And I found out that my aunt Colleen, she listens to this too, and
we like
she
Aunt
like
Colleen.
follows y'all. Yeah, she does. Hey, Aunt
Shout
Colleen.
out to Aunt Colleen.
She's definitely gonna be listening. I assure you. I'm so sorry. Just skip past this part. But yeah, it's just like because like certain positions and stuff like that, your skin's more evident. It's weird.
It is weird.
So you find new stuff to pick at. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like. Y'all think that the surgery is going to fix everything. It's going to make your lifespan a lot longer, your health a lot better, but you're still going to have a strong mental.
Yes.
Like you're still going to have a strong mental. And the same way that you have to every day learn to love yourself as a big person. And I'm talking to people who haven't even had the surgery that are in that like exploratory phase. The same way that you have to learn to love yourself as a big girl and hype yourself up, that's the same shit you're going to have to do once you hit your goal weight, because it's not going to look like you think it is. Like you're not going to look like the average person who's never been obese that is
we're
skinny.
different body
it's
types.
never going to happen.
It's a whole different body type going from bigger to smaller. Like it just really, really is.
My skin been stretched out a long time,
right? For
years. Years. So I don't even know why I convinced myself, oh, it's not going to be that bad. No, it won't be you. Girl, no, it's you. It's not
it's
that
okay
bad,
for it to be you because it's all of us.
Because it's all of us.
Yeah.
All of us.
It's all of us.
That's the part, because it's like, hey, I used to think that like my body, I was telling this to Kelly, I think, and someone else at the same time. I was like, I didn't think about like, oh yeah, my body was just like, I thought it was horrible, and I thought that I only have a horrible body.
Yeah.
And then when I finally looked at the community and realized, oh, this is just normal bodies.
Yeah.
Like this is like your normal like mother and regular person fucking body.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, certain people, when you have kids, your belly's gonna lay differently than it does when you don't. Like my hips completely came out when I had Dylan, so now I have hips, and I just didn't know that until I had surgery.
Right.
I didn't know they were there.
I didn't know they were
That's
there.
hilarious.
I told Mel the other day, we were talking, I was like, I don't know if this dress is going to look right. Like, my body doesn't look the same as it should. And she's like, but it's just your body.
It's your body.
It's your body.
It's embracing that our differences
And that's where I'm at.
Beautiful.
Yes. That's where I'm at right now.
100%.
Just trying to relearn, re-embrace, come to the terms with like certain realities. Like one, I do need to start working out. I still don't work out. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What the hell?
I still don't. I don't. And and that's not to say anything. My sleeve has been sleeving, and I know people hate whenever people hate when people say that, and they're like, "Oh, you put all your work on the sleeve," and I'm like, "No, that's not what I'm saying." But what I'm saying is, when I get in certain spaces, working out, being a productive person, drinking my water, getting my protein, that is not my top priority. Sometimes I get in certain spaces and my top priority is to make it through the day so that I can make it to the next day and do it all over again. So just trying to get myself in a better headspace to have more of a just productive lifestyle overall. Like even outside of the weight loss, I've been sitting and just having thoughts about knowing that like, I really don't know what genuinely makes me happy or like what I genuinely love to do or
she's in the questioning phase.
I was just gonna say, who is that? What does she sound like?
She sounds like you. I was telling her because she went through this phase too, and I was like, "Oh, you're in this my favorite stage."
Yeah,
you get
it's
to question
weird.
everything. You get to
I'm
learn
questioning
so much.
everything. I'm like, I don't know what makes me happy. I don't have any hobbies. So it's like I barely leave the house, and that's been a point of contention almost in my relationship because it's like I think that Xavier really didn't understand how much of an introvert I was, even because it's like we were long distance.
Yeah.
Then it was COVID.
Yeah.
And now we're like coming out of COVID, and I'm like, you think that I was a homebody because of COVID? COVID was like, finally, everyone can do what I want to do every day. Like, just stay your ass home. Stay your ass at home. Stay inside. So because he's a lot more social, it's like now I want to push myself to be more social because that is something that I've always wanted to do. But it's like the truth is I never really want to get out of my comfort zone. I never really want to get out of my comfort zone. I'm comfortable just chilling and watching Netflix. I'm stressed out with work. So whenever I get off, the last thing I want to do is go to the gym. I just want to take a sec.
You have to go in the morning.
I feel you.
I just have to. there's a lot of things I have to figure out. Like I'm
Yes.
honestly, and that's not to make any excuses, and that's
No.
not to be one of those people who get on and say, "Oh yeah, I lost 15 pounds, and I ate the same, and I didn't lose weight." Like I'm not trying to glorify that. What I'm saying is, now that I have really, like I'm real close to my goal.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm really close to my goal. And I feel good about myself in terms of like the progress that I'm making. In terms of like clothing size, I went from 3X, was size like 22, 24 jeans. And now I'm in like 11, 12s,
Yeah.
medium,
Wow.
large, you know, and even that,
Yeah.
trying to mentally come to terms with like the clothes stuff is hard because I'm just like, what? You're a what? Like I remember I picked up some jeans in Walmart and literally almost had a panic attack in the store because the 14s have not been fitting. Like I'm wearing a pair of 14s right now. They are so baggy.
They're loose.
I know.
They're
I
really
know.
baggy.
I know I'm a 12, like 11, 12 or whatever. But I was like, you know, they still fit. And I went to the store and I was like, okay, I'm going to buy some 11, 12s. And I was in Walmart and I'm just going to pick up a pair of jeans. When I picked them up and I pulled them out, I was like, I was like, these are so small. I was like, these are so small. It does not make sense that this will be able to fit my body. You need to go up and get the 13s because that's not going to fit. So of course I got the 13s and I'm like, yeah, because those were way too small. Go home, put the 13s on. They have a gap in the waist. And I'm like, so my mind can't mentally register being that small. Like certain shirts I pick up, I still will buy an XL. And I'm like, I won't buy 3Xs or 2Xs anymore. But sometimes XLs, I'm just like, XL, let me just buy it. Or
Right?
a
It's
large.
like comfort.
It's comfort.
It
It's
is
like,
comforting.
okay, that's my size, but it's not. And I will convince myself. There have been so many times where I'm just like, oh, this is a large. I'm not going to get it. It's not going to fit. And then someone will encourage me. Like I'll be out with a girlfriend or something. It's like, girl, that's going to fit you. Like, what are you talking about? Like, even yesterday, I went to the store. I was at Fred Meyer. Yo, I love Fred Meyer. They need to come to bring Fred Meyer to Texas. Turn all Krogers into Fred Meyers. Yeah, I went to Fred Meyer and I bought this. It was like a hoodie and shorts combo. And they had a medium and they had a large. And I asked Sammy, I was like, Sammy, you think I can get the medium? And she was like, girl, yeah. And I'm like, no, though. I don't want to waste my money and get the medium. And I should have got the large. She was like, the medium's going to fit you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. So I skeptically bought the medium. And then I go back to our house and I try it on and it fits like normal. It's not tight or anything. And I'm just like, your mind mentally registering. And I think it's because it's so fast, you know, because you're just like, okay, new size, new size, new size. Like,
well, that happened to me at a concert. I went and saw a Back Hop, and I wanted to have their shirt. And I walked up and I was like, okay, can I have a large? And she's all, no. And I'm like, oh, are you out? And she's like, you're not a large. And I was like, but I am. And she's like, these are dude sizes. You're a medium. And I was like, oh, okay.
I was like, okay, girl.
There you go.
I did the same thing in Buckle. I
And
went in when I was at my lowest, and the girl was like, what size are you, like a 6? And I was like, oh, no. Like, I'm not a size 6.
Yeah.
And she's like, I do this for a living. You're a size 6. And I was like, no, I'm not. No. And she brought it to me, and that was the first 6 that I had ever put on. And I was like, okay,
right?
well, I
Like,
didn't see
that's
that
cra-
coming.
I'm not-
Are you
yeah.
the professionals?
Plot change.
I'm
Plot
not that
twist.
small. So but even my small sometimes feels like too small. Like one thing is like now I'm getting the comments of like, oh, well, when are you going to stop? And I'm like, I have to constantly be like, listen, I literally have no control. I mean, I have a level of control.
Yes.
But in terms of, is today going to be the day that I stop losing weight? Probably not, because I'm still losing.
Yeah.
And can we talk about the fact that it's none of anybody's business?
It's none of it, but I think it's I try and be cognizant of how weird it is for other people to encounter us.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe I'm being just a little too empathetic, but it's just like, dang, think about somebody that you saw last Thanksgiving. They're a 3X. You know, you love them. That's the person you've known their whole life. And then the next time they come around, they're like half their size.
Yeah.
And you're like,
culture shock.
whoa. You know, it's like
Yeah.
shock. So I get the questions and all that stuff. I'm not saying it makes it any less annoying, but, you know, it's like I understand it. But at the same time, I get what you're saying, where it's like, it's none of your business. And sometimes I say it's none of your business. Like, I remember this, I think this would have been Thanksgiving. Like, one of my mom's friend's daughters was kind of asking just too many questions. And I was like, girl, honestly, I don't want to talk about this. I just want to eat my food.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
appreciate that you think I look great, but
Can we
You
move
may
on
not
from
have
I was
that?
like,
full
moving on. Like, I don't want
conversation.
to, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, I was like,
Yeah.
I just want to eat my pie.
You're like,
I just want to eat my pie. And then they're like, are you supposed to have pie? And I'm like, I'm about to have this pie. So
Oh, I hate that.
You're like, I
is
don't
that
know.
all you're going to put on your plate? That's all
Yes.
I'm going to eat.
That is
That's
it.
right.
What are you putting on your plate? Like, mind your own business.
I kind of want to go over to other people and like stare down their food.
Are you going to eat all that?
Are you gonna eat all that?
I know.
Like, that's a lot of food.
Se-
I know. We should start
seconds.
fucking with people and do
Right.
that.
I'm going to because
no,
it's,
let's not,
it's
because you
fucked
know
up.
we got enough of them. We got
I
enough
know.
of them in our own community.
It's true.
right?
It's true.
We do
If you're
not
looking at your
need-
saucer plate, oh my god,
So the,
how could you?
It's like we killed their cat or
I
something.
know.
Like,
They're
seriously.
so upset
Yeah.
about it.
I'm like, no, what you want to eat is completely different than what Mel wants to eat. And what, like, it's all different. And it doesn't matter because it's not your business.
Well, and we're different bodies, so we're gonna
Well,
like different things.
and it's like
Girl.
share the ideas of food.
Yeah.
Because we
No.
all need those.
Girl, I got on Instagram and I made a fucking parfait, and someone got in my damn DMs talking about how I should not be eating a parfait. You shouldn't be eating fruit.
Oh
You
my
shouldn't
God.
be eating granola. You shouldn't be. And I was like, okay, number one.
Get
You
out of
might-
my
wait,
fucking
wait.
DMs.
Number one, you must be new here, because everybody who's been on my page long enough to know is like, you come at me wrong, I will cuss you out, because it's like, why do you think you can just say certain
Yep.
things to people? But secondly, it's a parfait. And if this piss you off, you would be livid if you saw the Taco Bell that I ate last Thursday when
Right.
I had the Doritos Locos taco. So
Yep.
it's like,
Yep.
people are always going to feel like you should be doing something. So I'm not saying we got to go and be the food police for them because they make us feel a certain way.
Right.
But it's like Thanksgiving is like, honestly, you're lucky that I don't say what's in my head, because it's like, as a person who only has 20% of a stomach, not gonna lie, you look at people eat normal amounts of foods like, God damn, how are you eating all
Yeah.
that? Like, you're about to get second. Like, I'm in my head like, you're getting seconds?
Oh
Oh,
my
my God.
My favorite is watching them, because like it's always like the size, right? It kind of fucks with me because I'm like, how did I do that before? This is
Yeah.
real weird. And then you watch this person go for seconds, and then you see them wait maybe 20, 30 minutes, and they'll go for dessert, right?
Yeah.
And then you see them sit there being like, oh, I'm so in pain.
Oh,
and
I
they're
gotta unbutton my pants.
and then they're
Yeah.
like, then
Yep.
they literally go, I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's like, you
Could it
just
be
ate 3 pounds of food.
Yeah.
And then when you see Thanksgiving plates, like, and it's funny because like my whole family will judge my Thanksgiving plate, which just has like, you know, a little, I'll go and I will pick the things that I want.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like, okay, want that. That looks sketchy. I'll pass. You know, like, okay, gotta have some of that. Don't really care about that. And make yourself like a little plate that
Yeah.
you probably won't even
We'll
finish.
yeah.
But it's like, y'all are looking at my plate talking about I'm crazy. Meanwhile, your Thanksgiving plate has like, there's literally like 5 pounds of food on one plate, and you are about to sit down and eat all 5 pounds of this.
Yep.
And you talking to me
Yep.
about how much I'm
Oh,
not eating.
my
It's
favorite
like, let's
is-
all just mind our business
it's
here.
when they use the
Yep.
paper plate, and it's like,
It's so
it's
heavy.
like going.
This
Yes.
shit heavy. They got to put 2 and 3 plates under there to carry the weight of the
yeah,
food.
like,
Oh,
Like-
these are such crappy plates. I gotta get.
Yeah, it's not the crappy plate, boo. It's what you're putting on there.
It's the food.
But no
So-
judgment. If that's what makes you happy on Thanksgiving, I used to love doing that, you
Yeah.
know, but
Yep.
I can't. And it's like, I'm not gonna judge you, so don't judge
judge
me.
me.
Don't judge me.
You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
we're all gonna stay on our
I'm
lanes.
gonna flip back to your parfait thing just real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, fruit is not bad for you.
no.
Fruit
Yeah.
is good for you. It has vitamins. Yes, it has sugar. It's natural sugar. Stop blaming fruit. Fruit did nothing to you. Thank you.
Fruit
Yes,
did
thank
not.
you.
Fruit did not come up to you and slap your mom in the face.
No.
So you need to
Yes.
lift your vendetta against it and know that I'm going to eat it. So
Yes.
I don't care what you eat, because at the end of the day, what you eat does not make me shit. So
Yes.
with that being said,
Yes.
let's all just mind our own place.
Can we just name the episode that?
What you
Yes.
eat does not make me shit. Like,
oh
it
my
doesn't.
god, we have to.
Okay?
Oh my
It's
God.
insane.
Christine, search anniversary.
I love it.
That's so funny.
I love it. So So the last 6 months, name some NSVs for you.
Why are you taking my questions?
I'm so
That's so
sorry.
funny.
We're just in sync.
Yes.
NSVs. There are a lot of them. Like one thing I've noticed about myself is the type of jewelry that I like has changed severely.
Okay.
Like I used to only wear super big. Y'all remember the first couple of episodes? I had to wear my super big hoops. Like for me, if the hoops weren't a certain size, like they had to be bigger. Like they needed to rest on my shoulders. No, seriously. And now I wear like small hoops, like little dainty earrings, like that. Like I just like it better. With my nails, I used to like my nails like super long, and now I kind of just like normal length nails. So I think that a lot of stuff, it's making me think like how many things I did to overcompensate for.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's just like, oh, wow. So the fact that like, well, the funny thing is this. So this isn't an NSV, but I'm going to just kind of veer off.
Do it. You're fine.
VSG, the only thing that I have to say to you is you raggedy bitch, you ruined my skin. VSG ruined my skin. I have never had acne ever in my life. I have never had acne ever in my life, like outside of like a pimple or two.
Right.
6 months out of surgery, I am a pizza face. I am a pizza face. And because I've never had acne, I really don't know how to deal with acne. So in the beginning, before I got a dermatologist, I was like picking and just like, oh, it's a pimple, let me pop it. And then had a bunch of freaking acne scars. So the only thing I have to say negative to VSG is like, you a raggedy bitch for that, because nobody said that. They said take your collagen, your hair doesn't fall out, take your protein. Nobody said anything about skin. Nobody said anything about acne. And I did a poll, and a lot of women who have had VSG are struggling with acne now.
Oh, really?
Are struggling with acne now.
Wow.
Fucked my skin up.
We need a dermatologist.
Yeah.
Is it a hormone thing?
I think so. I think so. I think it's hormones,
it
like
the
hormones that are releasing in your body. But like this part of my face, I am always breaking out now. And that has been something weird for me, because even before surgery, I was somebody who like, even though most of the time if I'm going to leave the house, I'm going to put on makeup. Like if I'm going to the grocery store, I'm not going to put on makeup, BB cream, nothing. I'll throw like some moisturizer on and go about my day, you know? But now I feel the need to like put on BB cream or something, even if I'm going to the store, because I have a bunch of acne scars. But I'm working with a dermatologist, and then I have an esthetician, and I think I'm going to do some chemical peels just for the acne scarring. Okay. And then my dermatologist gave me like a couple of prescriptions for like stuff to do overnight to kind of keep the
us
acne
updated.
at bay.
What's an esthetician?
Esthetician is
like
a girl who
facials.
does your facials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the lady who took this off.
Oh,
so I had a overgrowth of protein or cells or whatever. So I had a dot on the top of my eyelid and then one right below. And I went in and she used a little laser thingy and took them right off. It took longer to numb me than to take it off. So
So
she's awesome.
If y'all are wondering what's happening, get you an esthetician, get a dermatologist. Because it's probably the hormones. But if you're out there and you're like, what the hell is happening to my skin? Girl, me too. Okay.
Well, there is some hormonal dietitians out there too that you can talk to, because they'll run your blood and just see. Because I know women,
I'm not going to do that.
No,
because if she comes back and she's like, it's cheese, I'm just going to be like, bitch, fuck you. I'm never coming.
Right?
No, like if they come and they're just like,
no, I'm 100%
you have
with you.
IBS and you can't eat cheese anymore. And I'll just be like, I didn't hear you. I'm just going to suffer for the rest of my life.
But at least you know, and then you can go to your dermatologist.
It's just like, what do I do so I could still eat cheese?
Yeah.
Is there a pill?
Because I'm a cheese fan too.
I used to deal with acne before surgery.
Really?
I had bad acne. Like it was really bad. And it was all through where you're stating. Yep. Once in a while on my forehead, but it was really bad through here. And then after I had surgery, it went away. And
I wish.
Right?
Awesome.
It's the complete opposite.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
So it helps clear it up for some, and the other ones just bring it on.
Yeah, well,
Man, that sucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess back to the positive, NSVs.
Let's stay positive.
So back to the positive. I can comfortably like cross my legs.
Yeah.
And the first few times it happened, I remember laying outside being like, whoa, like it was just subconsciously. And I was laying out there and I was like laying on my back and I had a knee crossed over the other knee. I was like, man, I remember a time where I couldn't sit like this comfortably or like sit in crisscross applesauce.
Yep.
Like that stuff is really great. I dress better. I guess that's an NSV because like I try and be a little bit more creative and stuff with putting together outfits.
You've always been.
I feel like
your style has always been on
since we've
point.
met you. It has. So
Girl,
we don't
my
know
God.
any different.
I keep on telling y'all. I keep on trying to tell y'all. I only look like this 10% of the time. 90% of the time, I'm wearing my comfy. I'm wearing sweats. I'm wearing 3X sweats that I have a rubber band tied up in the back.
You
so
and
I can
Kelly,
like clean.
man.
It's because they're more comfortable.
They're so comfortable. You just got to do something about the waist.
They're already broken in. Yeah.
You know,
You are hilarious.
No, I get you. I'm that 10%.
Yeah.
10% of the time I am put together. The other part of that time I am in
90-10,
sweats,
baby.
hoodies, like 3X hoodies.
90-10.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah.
That's the best way to be. It's like you leave a little mystery because if I become famous, people really don't know what I really look like in real life. They just know. Unless they watch my story. If they watch my story, they know. But if you only look at my post, you're going to be like, who the fuck is that bitch? It's like,
I need to find a wig. I need to find a wig.
I know you're red. It's very obvious.
Yeah, your red hair gives it away.
Put it away.
Yeah, I could like put up my hair and put it in a ball cap.
Put a ball cap, yeah.
Yeah, one of our benchies recognized me at Disneyland of all places.
Yeah.
Of course she did.
And I was like,
yeah,
you have
fucking
fire
mermaid.
red hair.
I know, but I didn't think about that. I was just like, how the fuck did you know it's me? Oh, red hair. Got it. Okay, we're on the same page. All right.
I'm so dead. But yeah, those are good NSVs. I can't think of.
Well,
some more.
Xavier picking you up.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Awesome.
Yeah. That is so weird that that he can do that because for so long, like. You know, if you have brothers, like they try, even when you're a big girl, they'll come and try to pick you up. And I'll always be in my head like, oh my God. He probably thinks I'm so heavy. Oh my God. And Xavier went from like the first time we did it, I think he was able to just kind of like pick me up a little bit for like 4 or 5 seconds and he put me down. I'm like, oh, okay, wow. That was an experience that has never happened to me before.
You're like, no.
But no, now like, he can play, like, let's say I'm talking crazy to him or something. He'll just come and, like, just throw me over his shoulder and, like, go throw me on the bed. And I'm like, yo, this is fucking, no, it's crazy. So that was an NSV for me because it's
had
like.
to feel hot, just FYI.
Oh, it's very hot when that happens.
Yeah,
right.
super hot, right?
Oh my God.
My mom
So cool.
listens to this podcast, baby.
Okay,
sorry, Mom.
Skip ahead, Mom.
No, my friend,
that's my
friend
favorite.
Britt was like, are you guys playing helicopter at the house now? And I'm like, that's none of your business, lady.
What is helicopter? Oh, okay. Well, we'll figure that out.
I'll send you some stuff on that later,
so
you and a certain somebody can maybe try it out.
Try this stuff out.
Yeah,
I'm always down
I won't
for
name
anything.
drop on the pod. I don't name drop, but you know who you are.
It's so good.
Oh my God.
You had a flight here, so that had to feel way more comfortable.
Yeah, it actually does. And it was funny because I was able to cross my legs on the plane.
Weird, huh?
It was weird, but the funny thing is I don't remember where I went after surgery, but I didn't need a flight extender and like so it wasn't my first time flying, and having a flap, but it's still comfortable. Like it doesn't, even if you're stuck in a middle seat, you don't feel as like cramped up.
Right.
And even with me being tall, like I thought it was like, I don't know. I felt so much closer to the seat, and even in like a standard size, even with being tall, like I'm a lot more comfortable flying.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
For sure.
So, what does the next like year look?
Yeah,
what are you looking forward to?
Oh, I don't know. I'm looking forward to really stepping into myself as a smaller person. I'm looking forward to, even if in the next year, because what I told myself is I wouldn't explore plastics until I have completely paid off this surgery and then start saving for it.
There you
go.
go.
So it's like in the interim of that, how do you get to that place of like true acceptance and waking up in the morning and just being like, bitch, you did that. Like, you know, instead of getting in the mirror and picking and being like, oh, you know, like lifting your arms and playing with your loose skin fat and, you know, trying to imagine yourself without it. Like, what is it to just look in the mirror and just be like, damn, you did a good ass job. Like, you've lost 116 pounds. You reversed diabetes. Which is that's been amazing for me. I'm not gonna lie. I still need to go do my 1 year lab work, but I'm afraid it's going to be bad because like I said, my like protein has been all over the place some days my water, and some days I am so dehydrated. Like, have you ever been so dehydrated you look in the toilet and then you're just like, God damn, like it's like the most yellow pee you've ever seen.
Or dark.
Yes, or like dark, and you're like, oh, like, fuck, are my kidneys failing? Like, what the fuck is going on? So really just getting to a place of like having structure. And I know that that's going to take, and I know that that's been a common theme in our podcast. So it's like, damn, bitch, you ain't got no structure yet.
No, it's you're learning.
I'm learning, but at the same time, knowing that I'm coming up on the end of like the active losing mode is like, okay, how can you get in the groove so that once you're not actively losing anymore, that you can maintain.
There you go.
You know, like what is maintenance going to look like? Yeah. So I'm exploring working with the dietitian that I was talking about earlier. Melanin RDN, I believe is her name. So she has a program, and I'm thinking about joining it just to feel more comfortable with food and grocery shopping and knowing certain things. Like I just found out something that was super interesting in regards to protein, that if you're looking at a label and the protein doesn't have a percentage next to it, it's not the type of protein that is best for your body and that is being absorbed. So for instance, those waffles that everybody loves, the bear waffles. Yeah. There's no percentage. There's no percentage sign on there.
Oh,
there's no percentage sign.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So just learning more about like the stuff that I'm putting in my body, and just really getting to a good place of just, because I don't want to diet for the rest of my life. No. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not. I just want to be a well-rounded person that has the right amount of activity. It's not too much. You know, still has some downtime, but can really focus in on her goals. And one thing is going to take for me to be able to do that is for me to actually have some goals.
Yes.
And really come up with like what it is that I want to do and want to accomplish. Because at this juncture, I don't feel like I have it all together. Like I've got, since we've talked, right? So many life changes have happened even since then. I got a new job. And making substantially more than I was in my previous job.
Yeah. And
it was everything. I moved, you know, the job was everything that I prayed for. And then I start working it and realized that the training wasn't really there. And now the job gives me so much anxiety, you know? And it's just like the things, the place that I thought that I was going to be, I'm not. And I just want to get to a place where I just feel like truly happy and content.
You'll get there.
I really am hoping, because like I said, I thought all that shit was because I was fat. I was like, all your problems in life will go away when you lose weight.
Yep.
No,
all of them.
It won't, but it does take time. Like I know with Mike, for me, like I'm changing jobs is huge.
It is so much anxiety right now.
The first 6 months to a year, I was an anxiety-ridden person because I wanted to make sure I understood the job 100% because that's my person. I was like, I need to know everything.
That's the way I am.
I don't mind it taking time, but I need to know all the things.
Right.
So that way I know what to ask if I don't know things. It's kind of like where my brain goes, but it just takes a while. So I would say give yourself a year at this job. And then we can go ahead and like focus more on other things. Just don't be so hard on yourself.
Yeah.
I'm trying with the job, like I'm in a place of being extremely thankful for it, but at the same time, like being a little resentful that my training wasn't where it needs to be. Yeah. And like I got my book of business substantially shorter in a substantially shorter time period than I was supposed to. Like I wasn't actually even supposed to get my client until February. And I've been having my client since October.
Oh,
I started the job.
Huge difference.
No. I've been having my client since November. I started the job in October.
Damn.
And I wasn't supposed to have them until February.
Yes, that's
you know, so like on top of trying to learn the job, but like have to like please my clients. It's to the point now to where when my email notification goes off, my heart starts beating fast because I'm like, oh God, I don't want to hear that sound. Jesus, what do these people want from me?
They want something.
Because I was like, y'all want something, and y'all likely want something that I do not know the answer to. You know?
Oh damn.
So
we'll definitely do a 1 year check-in. I think if you're cool with that. Like
I would totally love to come back. You know, I love y'all so much, and I'm so glad how full circle this is. Like from me listening to y'all for advice to being on the podcast, and now like literally sitting in the studio next to you.
So
Is that not
crazy.
crazy?
It feels so surreal because I've never thought this was ever going to be able to happen.
No.
Yo, seriously.
So this
seriously.
is nuts.
I
So
just love
nuts.
y'all so much.
We love you too.
No, for
We love you
real.
too.
We're going to give you a hug.
Yes.
All right, guys.
High five from over the
Yes.
top of Mel.
Sorry, we're going to have to wrap this bad boy up. We do
Yes.
appreciate you guys listening. Go watch
Yes.
this on YouTube. You know how to do all the things.
Check out our Patreon, patreon.com/OSLP.
That's right. And pick your tier and hang out with us.
Yes, and go look at the website, oursleeveleftpodcast.com.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Cristine. We love you.
Yes, I love you guys too. And y'all out here stay encouraged. Like you can do this. There's nothing that is unstoppable.
Mhm.
There's nothing in your way. Like we
Yep.
got this. I know that I probably
do.
sound very humdrum today, but trust me, I'm happy. Hashtag no regrets. Okay.
Yes.
No regrets.
And
No regrets.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. All right. We love you guys, and we will see you next time. Bye.